Ni hao. Hi everyone, I'm David Kali. I'm the author of this book, which is called What Did I Do? I've been asked to answer a few questions, so here we go. Magali is the French illustrator I've worked with for this book. She has been actually the very first French illustrator I've met several years ago, about I think 20 years ago. We were supposed to work together on a book. If I remember, it was a comic book, but I'm not sure. Anyway, we had a dinner together, we talked together and stuff, and then I don't know why we never did that book. And then I don't know, the time just passed by. 15 years later, she called me back saying, hey, do you remember about me? Do you remember we were supposed to work together, many time ago? Would you like to do some stuff with me? And nothing, and we started 15 years later to work together. And I think this is I'm not sure, maybe the first or the second book we have done. I like very much Magali's work and working with her. Inspiration, it's such a mystery. Actually, I write stories since, 25 years maybe more. And I'm actually unable to answer, any question about inspiration. I don't know where does it come from. I think, from, life, or the things I read on newspapers, or my travels around the world and the people I meet and stuff. And this book is actually, I think, the product of some, thinking and reflection about society. I like to write about society, in my books, and also to make fun. About adults or kids or our presidents or whatever. And I like this idea of having and making fun about the everyday things. So elections, quite a serious issue, but I think they are funny at the same time. We all are funny, when we go to vote someone. I really love Magali's work for the cover, and I like all the book. And then I also like this part. I like this part where the animals repeat, several times that the president is so good looking, is so some guy. I think this is a main point in my story, because I find really strange that in our society, when we are about to vote someone, we pay attention, to the good or bad looking of the person. So we like to vote someone who's good looking, so an awesome guy or a beautiful woman. And this is strange to me, because I think it's totally actually not the point to choose someone as a president or whatever just because it's good looking. I don't know, the look of the people is not an issue. Politicians are not actors or rock stars, and I think that we should choose the politicians not because they are good or bad looking. Making mistakes, as I defend pretty much the idea of making mistakes. At school, usually nobody claps his hands when you do a mistake. Sometimes we are even punished, when we make a mistake. But I think that mistakes are the base, of the human evolution, because many inventions, if you check out the history, many inventions come up just because of some scientific, mistake. And I think that mistake is really important, to grow up. It's quite impossible to grow up not making, any mistake. And what's really cool, I guess you're at school, and I think it's cool, to share, your mistakes with your classmates. Because every time you do a mistake, we actually learn from every single mistake we make. So every mistake you make is kind of gift, you give to your classmates. And every single mistake each of them does is a present for you, because you learn, from everyone else's mistake. So it's good, to make mistakes. What's important is always to do new mistakes. So once you make a mistake, you learn, okay, you won't repeat that mistake again, and you will go on, living your life and making new mistakes. I think it's quite important. Then about the politics, I don't know. I think it's quite impossible not to make any mistake, and even, if you are politicians or if you are someone just voting, someone, I think that in this case too, every one of us make mistakes, but I think that the perfection actually doesn't really exist. So it's good to make mistakes, to me. I'm really amazed by the idea of being translated so far, and I'd like also the idea to visit Taiwan maybe one day, and so to meet you, all of you in person. Anyway, I really hope that you will enjoy this book. You can find me on the socials, so Facebook or Instagram. So if you have anything to tell me, you're allowed to write me, and to tell me if you like or if you dislike the book. Thank you for reading, thank you for watching, and see you next time.